Good evening, dear guests. Welcome to the Ignition Night of the Impact Day 2025. I'm happy to see many of you back in this nice Neue Aula of Heidelberg University and say hello to all who just joined us now for the Ignition Night. My name is still Ira Stoll and I'm CEO of founder of myScribe, a health tech company in Mannheim, and I'm from Heidelberg. So I'm proud to guide you through the next 1.5 hours of this Ignition Night. During this day, we have experienced innovation, fantastic pitches of the idea competition, lively discussions at the spotlight sessions. We have seen many startups, researchers, teams and partners of the Heidelberg University who presented their ideas, innovation, projects and vision of the future. But what will the future look like? What is the vision of the future of Heidelberg? Can we paint a vision of this future of our city in 2036, the anniversary of the University of Heidelberg? But before we paint this picture, we will give you a glimpse into the future. Another person would like to welcome you first. She's an internationally highly renowned molecular biologist as well as an excellent science manager. She is responsible for the university's development and strategic orientation. Since October 2023, she is rector of Heidelberg University. Welcome, Professor Frauke Melchior.
Thank you very much for your kind introduction. Dear Vice-Rector of Innovation and Transfer, Katja Patzel-Mattern, dear High Innovation team, fantastic host of today's Impact Day, dear Nils Müller, keynote speaker and visionary, dear participants and jury members of our Ideas competition, dear sponsors of this event, dear industry representatives, dear members, partners, and friends of our university. It's my great pleasure to welcome you tonight to the Ignition Night, the final act of the Impact Day 2025. I hope you had a very inspiring afternoon during which you could experience the creativity, excitement, and joy with which our researchers of Ruperto Carola, as we call our university, turn scientific discoveries and knowledge into innovation. Tonight we will celebrate the winners of pitches in 3 categories of innovations: health and future technologies, social innovations, and sustainability and smart living. And we will elect the Audience Award. I'm really excited to listen to these presentations, and I hope you as well. Moreover, Nils Müller will take us on a very special journey, a vision of the future of our city and science in the year 2036. Innovation and transfer are in the focus of many current political debates. For example, as part of negotiations towards the new coalition contract, or in debates regarding the next multi-annual financial framework of the European Union. And if one follows the news, one may very well be under the impression that Germany's status as a site for innovation is in big trouble. Some of the headlines in the Handelsblatt and elsewhere read that Germany's innovative capacity continues to erode, that Germany is losing its reputation as a country of inventors and is even losing touch with other major industrial nations. And many call for a shift towards more mission-oriented and applied research. Such a request, however, neglects the high importance of universities as key drivers for discoveries, patents, research-based spin-offs and startups. In fact, based on the 2023 Munich Impact Study, 80% of all German startups between 2014 and 2022 had their origin at German universities. Only 18% at non-university institutions and 2% at other institutions of higher education. Amongst the top universities are technical universities such as the TU Munich and the RWTH Aachen. Heidelberg University, nevertheless, belongs to the top 24 of all scientific institutions in Germany, Certainly not bad for a mid-sized, comprehensive research university, but our ambition is, of course, to get much better. Towards this goal, the Ruperto Carola made a clear strategic commitment to the third mission in its excellence strategy. Visible signs of that new strategy have been the 2019 installation of the Vice-Rector for Innovation and Transfer, now Katja Patzel-Mattern, at that time Ira Stoll, and the foundation of High Innovation, Heidelberg University's transfer agency, in the same year. Heidelberg University Transfer Agency High Innovation is the central point of contact for supporting and implementing transfer activities in all fields of research at Heidelberg University, and it is open for all members and alumni of our university. It offers support for founders and startups, consultation for knowledge transfer projects, advanced training in the fields of entrepreneurial skills, and networking events. The transfer agency offers a broad platform for the development of innovation projects and future-oriented ideas. Activities of high innovation are complemented by activities of the Science Value Heidelberg GmbH, a consulting company for academic technology transfer and exploitation, which was also founded in 2019 as a 100% subsidiary of Heidelberg University. SVH acts as a professional bridge between research at the university and industrial development. Together with High Innovation, it promotes the university's knowledge and tech transfer to society and industry in particular. Offers of High Innovation are further complemented by our Communications and Marketing department, as well as by High Skills, which offers trainings and certificates in many areas, including science communication in cooperation with Communication and Marketing, and entrepreneurial skills in cooperation with High Innovation. Together, these units have significantly increased the support for technology transfer, consultation, and science communication, and our third mission has been strengthened significantly since 2019. A wonderful example of this is the increasing visibility of our Impact Day, the third one this year. I would thus like to take the opportunity to thank Raoul Haschke and the whole High Innovation team for organizing the third Impact Day today and for showcasing the fantastic innovations our university has to offer. Today's event is one of the many ways in which we can prove that transfer support is no longer something that's nice to have, but essential to who we are as a university. Even the best ideas, however, need an environment in which they can grow and flourish. The Fraunhofer Society has made this very clear in their 10 demands for turning Germany into a more successful innovation location. They link having a competitive economic edge to successfully and smoothly transferring knowledge and technology from academia to industry in small and medium-sized enterprises. They also stress how important it is to support local startup landscapes and to foster international cooperation with leaders in tech and innovation. Conversely, startups, KMUs, and big industry profit enormously from all the talents that we sent into the world after several years of excellent scientific education and training. Heidelberg, as a city of science, and Heidelberg University as a comprehensive research university are wonderful examples for how a cooperative ecosystem for innovation and transfer can work. We are thus all a bit proud to learn that, according to a study by the Startup Association, Heidelberg secured the top position in the German startup landscape in 2024. Nowhere else in Germany were more startups founded in 2024 per capita than in Heidelberg. It's a fantastic number, but we all also know, of course, that another number, startups per university, there we're not number one yet. We need to work a bit more on that. In a few years from now, we hopefully also rank amongst the top 10 German universities with regard to startups. On this positive note, let me end by pointing to the future, a glimpse of which we will now experience, first by listening to our finalists, and later from today's speaker, Nils Müller, who will also take us on a journey to the year 2033. All that remains for me to do now is to wish us all an entertaining, innovative, and exciting evening and to hand over to Katja Patzel-Mattern. Thank you very much.
I'm not Katja Patzel-Mattern. As you know, she comes a little later, but you all waited for so long. Now comes this moment that has already been announced several times and that you have all been eagerly awaiting. Ladies and gentlemen, we now like to invite you on a breathtaking journey to the year of 2036. He lives in the future. Today he is here with us. Please welcome with me once again on the stage the CEO and founder of trendone, Nils Müller.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Professor Melchior. Thank you for the invitation. It's my honor to take you with me on a journey to the year 2036. That's 650 years of Heidelberg University. But I know you're already an exhausting day, an exhausting year, so many troubles in the world, so many inspirations, so many decisions. I'm not sure, are you ready for a journey into the future? That sounds good. We need more energy. Are you ready for a journey to the year 2036? Do you like it? All right, all right. So I show you now how time travel works. But never do this alone. Never show it to your kids. They could remain in the future. Just do it with me now. Please, everybody stand up. We need the collective energy of the whole team here. And time traveling is really easy. You raise up 2 fingers like this for time traveling. Raise up 2 fingers like this. And put the fingers in front of your eyes gently. And close your eyes and start your dream. How will your world look like in the year 2036? How will your research, your work, how will Heidelberg look like in 2036? Wow, you did it! You are a great team. You all arrived at you can sit down again. Thank you very much. You're a great team. And the good news is, you are all still there in 2036. You survived the time travel. And it's May 14, and we wake up in Heidelberg, 2036. And we see that the future of Heidelberg is wonderfully connected with this glorious past, with all these researchers, inventors in Heidelberg. Becomes a climate positive, carbon negative, regenerative city. It's using latest digital construction technologies to build up new buildings, energy ecosystems, vertical farms, solar spaces, and large-scale carbon dioxide removal. So we take more carbon from the air than we produce. So we are carbon negative. We're using latest autonomous mobility systems, so we have more time to play with our kids. We are using augmented vision to augment our workplace. As I said before, we are not sitting in 2D screens the whole day in Teams meeting. We are using mixed reality, augmented virtual reality, new devices to collaborate, to innovate, to ignite. And they are multi-touch, multi-user, multi-location enabled, collaborate with researchers all over the world to build diverse teams, because diversity is the driver for innovation. If you have 20 different people, nations, genders in a room, you innovate much better than with all the same people. We're using neuromorphic computing, optical computing, we are inventing quantum computing, even protein computing, building up connected intelligence, also for our homes. Our homes, our hotels, our buildings will be smart to make life easier. We build new campuses and new labs in 2036. Collaboration becomes fun, learning becomes fun, because it's automated, intelligent agents support us, and we can travel back to the past. And this is me, by the way. And we meet our friends from Heidelberg from the past. We can not only travel to the future, but we can also then again leap to the future and see robo-intelligent devices that support us in every aspect of our life, helping us to do boring kitchen work, to do all the boring stuff we used to have time in the past is done by humanoid robots, collaborative robots, co-robots that innovate together with us on eye level. But Heidelberg, you know, is not just a city. It is a research hub for innovation, for the future of healthcare. And again, the future of healthcare is seamlessly connected to the glorious past, building new campuses, setting up new systems for better patient experiences, like automated diagnostics, making it seamless between hospitals, patients, pharma companies, building up these ecosystems so we can empower all this AI diagnostics, smart apps, prevention, support, personalization, all these important issues. Self-care, like DIY health. Just scanning the eye, scanning the skin. So much possibility, so much opportunity fields we can go to. Medical image recognition, using quantum computing, having smart devices helping us to live longer, be stronger. New prostheses so we can have 120 years of lifespan. We are not limited by our physical biology anymore. We can print our organs, we can connect our brains. And our doctor is always with us. The AI doctor is always taking care that we stay healthy, live longer, stronger. Sensors around us, but also in our bodies. We can have a lot of training simulations in mixed reality, in digital ecosystems. We can have remote surgery robots, so we can be anywhere and do surgery in another place. Brain-computer interfaces, of course, gene editing, CRISPR, precision medicine, so it's really personalized for you, and new forms of drug discovery. Of course, using AI as the next leap to become better. So we turn technologies, innovation, and we build bridges for the impact for a better society. But as I said before, nobody can predict the future, right? I cannot stand here with a crystal ball and tell you this is 2036. You should not believe me. This was not true. It was just like a science fiction movie, yeah? You can have this in Hollywood, somewhere. It's just an inspiration. It just shows that there are opportunities, technologies, social needs we can tackle. But it depends on us what we do out of this. But don't believe that this will be the future. It depends on you, what you do out of this. Thank you.
Wow. What a fantastic outlook into the future of Heidelberg. Many thanks to you, Nils, and I would like to present you with something that someone wanted to bring to me. It was a mug of Heidelberg. Anna? Okay, I give you this imaginable mug of the University of Heidelberg.
Beautiful.
You can think of this
I
day
love
every
this.
morning when you drink your coffee out of this mug.
It's beautiful, yeah. Thank you very much.
On your journey to the
it's a big
future.
honor,
I myself can hardly wait for this bright future. But how can we reach this future? Be honest, how can we reach it?
As I said, we need inspiration, so what can be possible? But we all, we are all future creators. Every day you sit at your desk, you're a director of a lab, you're a director of this university, you do future decisions. So you think about, where do I invest in? Do I partner with Boston or with Singapore? Do I go down to Basel and build a connection there with their quantum computers? Every day you do decisions about the future. So you are future creators, so it depends on your mindset. And we have a voting. We want to really see the mindset, and this is an experiment, the mindset of all this collective intelligence in Heidelberg, all these great people, researchers and innovators, students and professors, and it's kind of a game. So you scan the code and then you say, put a dot there where you think the future gets better, then you're more in the top, or the future gets worse. What I can understand in the current geopolitical situation, economical situation, it's difficult, huh? Maybe you think the future is getting worse, or do you think, no, it's so awful, it can only get better? And if you are putting the dot more on the right side, you say, I can make a difference. It counts, I am the decision maker for the future, I'm in the driver's seat. Oh no, you say on the left side, I can just ride the wave. So let's take a look, I like it. Oh, okay, it's a good mix. But there's
What is the dot in the left down corner?
Yeah, it's a bit culture. If you ask this in South Korea, I did this, all the dots are in the center. In South Korea, all the dots are in the center. If you ask the same question in Tel Aviv, all the dots are somewhere out of scope. But here, okay, there is a cluster on top. You see 23 dots there. So you can draw like a line where you say, okay, maybe 80% are in this triangle. So we are maybe not optimists. We are not blind optimists. Huh? But we are not negative. We are possibilist. We are possibilist. So we are more than realist. We see the possibilities and we see, okay, it's difficult times, but in this triangle, we can make the best out of it. So I like this mindset. It's diverse.
And I think your mindset is very good and very optimistic because you made the mug come here.
Ah, okay.
You made it come real.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that's even more beautiful than I imagined. Whoa. Thank you.
So now you can really enjoy your coffee in the morning and
Okay.
think of Heidelberg.
I will give this to my daughter. She's studying biology as a computational life science.
I think
So
she
it
needs
fits, huh?
coffee.
Yeah, she will be proud. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And a big applause for Nils.
All right.
But what do we need on side of a good mindset is transfer. How can we use technology and knowledge from today to transfer it into the future and create a positive social impact? The following speaker can give us the answer to this question. Her responsibilities as Vice-Rector include promoting the transfer of knowledge and technology from university research findings, as well as initiating cooperation agreements, partnerships, and exchange relations. In the sphere of industry, politics, society, Professor Patzel-Mattern will give us a short overview of transfer activities of the Heidelberg University. Please welcome Professor Patzel-Mattern.
Dear fellow members, oh, wow. Dear fellow members of the Rectorate, dear sponsors, dear members of the university, dear colleagues, dear partners, ladies and gentlemen. It's my great pleasure to welcome you on behalf of the entire High Innovation team. I welcome you all to today's Ignition Night, and to a short talk about technology and knowledge transfer at Heidelberg University. As you have heard, I've been Vice-Rector for Innovation and Transfer now for about 1.5 years, and this is the second Impact Day. The second Impact Day the High Innovation team and I have organized together, and mostly the High Innovation team, so thank you so much for your work. Every year the Impact Day is very exciting, and every year the Impact Day is very different. And it's always a special experience with great participants and guests and a dedicated audience, as I've seen before, like you. So thank you very much for coming and for joining us this evening. Let me start by saying that we have been looking forward to this event for quite some time now, because it is such a fantastic opportunity to share and to showcase the amazing ideas and innovative projects Heidelberg University has to offer. And speaking of innovative and amazing ideas, I want to thank Nils Müller. I want to thank him for this inspiring journey into the future. I think it was a really spectacular video. The 650th anniversary of Roberto Carla draws nearer, and it is inspiring to visualize what our beloved city may look like in 2036, and how the pioneering advancements of the next 11 years will shape our daily lives. And now I would like to take a brief moment to thank the people who have shaped today's event and who have helped us to realize the Impact Day and especially the ideas competition. I want to thank our sponsors. The Rector already mentioned how important it is to keep an open mind and to forge connections between the university and the local innovation ecosystem, and that's really important, and I think we have to strengthen on this field to forge the connection to the local innovation ecosystem. And so I'm very proud, and I see the importance, and I see the importance of this every day in the interactions I have with different stakeholders. And I'm especially proud that we have had the continuous support of the Freunde der Universität. Their generosity from the day one has made it possible to award several prizes each year and to the ideas competition winners, and that for the last 3 years. So thank you very much. If that weren't enough, we also have the support from important and influential local companies this year, and this means a lot to us. I want to thank our sponsors, Roche Diagnostics, represented today by Dr. Ludger Bodenbach, SAP with Michael Bischikowski, who we were lucky also to have on board as juror for the ideas competition today, AbbVie Pharmaceuticals, and BPIT Legal, who have sent Felix Regier and Marius Tauchmann as representatives of the law firm, a law firm with a focus on venture and tech. Thanks a lot to all of you. We think it's fantastic that our sponsors mirror the great range of innovation potential here at Heidelberg University, and we are very grateful for your support. Thanks to your generous contributions, we are able to take this year's Impact Day and the idea competition to the next level. So thank you very much, and a big applause. The Rector already mentioned how the transfer supporting units at Heidelberg University are organized. They are organized in alignment with a comprehensive research university. As one of these 3 units, as you have heard before, High Innovation offers support. It offers support for all members of the university who seek to engage in transfer activities. And I'd like to tell you a little bit about what we do. Our services follow the motto, and you have seen it several times this day: ignite, elevate, collaborate. This trifecta describes our 3 pillars. We seek to ignite new ideas and help them to get off the ground. The ideas competition, I think, is a fantastic example of this format, example where the small seed of an idea can grow into something much larger and can receive enough momentum to reach the next level. Second, we also seek to elevate existing potential by providing consulting services and training opportunities. You have heard about that before as well. We support those seeking to start a business. We support those who want to realize a knowledge transfer project and provide entrepreneur education, for example, with our entrepreneurial skills certificate. And lastly, we foster collaboration. We foster collaboration between researchers, but also between academia, industry, and politics by constantly expanding our transfer network. And because today is also a day of collaboration, let me elaborate on two current examples where high innovation has made collaboration possible. For one, we have just recently moved into our new startup hub. It's a startup hub with over 800 square meters of space. And this is a great feat for us. It's a great feat for us because, as the rector said, it is also vital to create physical spaces where innovation can happen. Our new hub offers, first of all, a home to up-and-coming startups and founding teams, and it's a room with modern co-working spaces. We also have a tech lab for you as a makerspace, and it is also a beautiful location for events for around about 50 people, and all that managed by High Innovation. With the Startup Hub, we can help startups grow faster and grow stronger, and we will further strengthen transfer activities rooted in science. We are proud that already more than half of the spaces have been rented out. That's a great thing for us. And secondly, we are driving forward the development of an innovative ecosystem. We are doing so by setting up a startup factory. We are setting up the startup factory together with the KIT in Karlsruhe, the universities in Stuttgart and Ulm, and the startup ecosystem Heilbronn and the NextGen GmbH. We want to bring startups, academia, and industry together. We want to activate and to educate our researchers to become the future innovators. Over the past few years, we have managed to acquire several million euros in funding, and we are aiming for more, so keep your fingers crossed that it will work. And lastly, let me tell about how Ignite, Elevate, and Collaborate can all come together in one project. That's the Highline project. The Highline project started with the university's more than 40 academic collections, and these collections could not be more varied in nature. They range from, for example, the botanical gardens to the geological and anatomical collection with a plethora of artifacts and also curiosities. They hold incredible treasures, but were never thought as a collective in and of itself. And so the first step was to unite these collections via a joint identity, the joint identity of high collections. We have already witnessed how this conceptual shift has sparked many new ideas, and it has made the artifacts more accessible and usable for not only research, but also for teaching and knowledge transfer. Our idea for the Highline, then, is to take this wealth of potential and to make it even more tangible. The Highline connects these spaces via an imaginary line that runs through the city of Heidelberg and thus highlights them as physical places of knowledge transfer. We will collaborate in this Highline with several other institutions and locations across Heidelberg. We want to collaborate with museums, collections, university gardens, and we want to include memorials, the residences of important researchers, artworks, and significant university buildings. By doing this, we want to do justice to the rich academic, social, and innovative history Heidelberg University has to offer. In this way, Highline supports the development of vibrant knowledge spaces and promotes an open culture of information through new partnerships, interdisciplinary and participatory formats, and both analog and digital forms of knowledge exchange. These measures aim to build bridges between researchers, between the university and society, and between past, present, and future, as we have seen before in the video.
With the High Line, we thus want to actively strengthen societal debate grounded in academic knowledge. I hope I was able to show you a variety of our efforts and how much we love what we do. But without further ado, I will be quiet now so that the grand finale of the ideas competition may begin. Thank you very much for your attention.
Many thanks, dear Katja. I really felt how much you love what you do. And now, before we come to the last highlight of the evening with the award ceremony for this year's idea competition, let's take a look what a former winner is doing today. In 2023, in the category Science and Tech Innovation, his team was the winner of the Innovation Award of the High Innovation Ideas Competition. His project, Rovens, to overcome antibiotic resistance, had convinced the jury. It is Junior Professor Philipp Uhl. He's a doctor of pharmacy and is leading the Uhl Group at the Heidelberg University in the field of pharmaceutical technology and biopharmacy. Today, he is here and will share some insights about the idea competition 2 years ago. Let us listen to his success story. Welcome, Professor Philipp Uhl.
Okay, so I'd like to tell you a bit about the progress of 2 projects that were awarded in 2023. The first project is the Rovens project, which aims to overcome bacterial resistance. And the second project was the winner of the public prize. It's the VitrioSub project, a joint project between Heidelberg University and Heidelberg University Hospital, in which we develop a hydrogel-based vitreous body replacement as a medical device. So on the one side, we have a project which intends to develop new drugs, and on the other side, we have a project which intends to develop medical devices. And both the development of drugs and also medical devices is quite time-consuming and expensive. So you don't only need staff and equipment and so on, you also need funding all the time. And up to our experience, the Impact Day is a great opportunity to get visibility, because you need visibility to get a funding. And I'd like to point out that there are also other possibilities at Heidelberg University to get visibility, such as the Hengsberger Prize, in which we were able to organize an international symposium for the Rovens project. We got in contact with different other experts in this research field. We established new collaborations, and based on the results and the visibility, we were able to get a VIP Plus funding over 1.5 million for this Rovens project 2 years ago, and this helped us a lot to drive this project forward. And for the VitrioSub project, we also participated in the Science for Life Venture Cup and were awarded with the Idea Award. We were also able to acquire different third-party funding, and having a look at the last 2 years for the Rovens project, especially with the money from the VIP Plus funding, we were able to do a feasibility study for the lead candidate. We were able to demonstrate therapeutic efficacy in vivo in infection models, and we are currently performing toxicological examination together with an external service provider. And based on the interactions with the authorities, we are quite confident that we can enter into clinical trials within the next 2 years. And if the VIP Plus funding is completed, we intend to found a startup on this platform technology. And for the VitrioSub project, we are currently performing initial in vivo studies in pigs. So it took only 2.5 years from the basic idea to these in vivo studies. And if the results are promising, which we hope, then we are quite sure that we can also enter clinical trials within the next years. So I hope with this short story about the 2 projects, I was successful in demonstrating you the benefit of participating in events such as the Impact Day. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, even without slides. I think it was imaginable. So we've now heard what's in store for one of the winners of the ideas competition, and I think the excitement among the pitchers is slowly rising to measurable proportions. So we don't want to keep your nerves on tenterhooks too much longer and start with the awards ceremony. We will now watch 1-minute videos of each 14 finalists today, of the ideas competition, who are on site today and who have already pitched this noon in front of the jury. We had 3 categories: health and future technologies, social innovation, and sustainability and smart living. If you look in your program, you see on the right inner side the categories and the names of the pitchers. That's important because the jury has already chosen their favorites, but you can now vote live for the winner of the hearts. After watching the 14 videos, you choose the 3 ideas you want to see live on stage today. Regardless of the category, you can choose 3 even of the same category. Just choose the favorites. A QR code will be displayed after the videos, which you can use to vote. And you have 1 minute to do this. Afterwards, these 3 winning teams will pitch live on stage, and we make a second round of voting, where you will choose the winner of the hearts. So, play the video now.
Brain cancer is unstoppable and deadly. It is always one step ahead. Cancer cells already infiltrate healthy brain through synaptic networks, which cannot be detected on standard MRI. We end up operating in the dark, leaving behind critical cancer networks. But what if we could reveal hidden cancer networks? Introducing SynaptiScan, a next-gen AI-enhanced MRI sequence that fits on any USB stick and visualizes the synaptic activity of cancer networks, making the invisible visible. SynaptiScan makes every MRI a chance to outsmart cancer, to plan precise surgeries, tailored radiation, and targeted drugs. Finally, we are one step ahead of brain cancer.
Hello, my name is Alexander from the Team Fetal Heart app. Imagine, you are an expectant parent receiving the devastating diagnosis of a heart defect in your unborn child. You are overwhelmed with your emotions. You can hardly follow what is being said by the doctor. What would you do first when you come home? Yes, you would Google everything, isn't it? And this is exactly what you shouldn't do, because you will get all the unfiltered information that will confuse you even more and increase your anxiety. Therefore, we want to develop an app for the parents that meets their needs, that takes care of their mental health, that will improve the baby's outcomes. With this app, the parents will get all the needed information from a trustworthy source, also in their native language if needed. Furthermore, we will check for counseling success to finally develop national standards. With this app, we can make a change in the future. Thank you very much.
Artificial intelligence is changing how we work, automating tasks like image recognition and question answering to boost productivity. But in large organizations, finding the right expert for a project is still a slow, manual process. You might dig through lengthy documents or wait for a colleague to be available, all of which cost time and money. Tools like ChatGPT offer fast answers, but using them with sensitive internal data poses serious privacy risks. That's why companies like Amazon and Apple have restricted their use. We have developed a secure alternative. Our system uses open source large language models that run entirely within your organization, so no data ever leaves your infrastructure. It combines speed and intelligence with enterprise-grade security. By analyzing employee skills and availability, it recommends the best fit colleague for your task and explains why. In short, one click, the right expert. Fast, easy, and secure.
1 in 5 people in Germany receives a cancer diagnosis in their lifetime. For most, treatments start with chemotherapy or radiation, harsh methods that often don't work and can lead to severe side effects.
Newer treatments like cell therapy offer hope. Yet they are not the answer for solid tumors, which make up 90% of adult cancer. On top of that, such treatments cost hundreds of thousands of euros. And that's why we are taking a different approach. Building synthetic immune cells, smart cells that think before they act.
Our engineered cells can distinguish between healthy and cancerous tissue and trigger an immune response only when they detect the tumor. We can do this by using special sensors and a built-in decision system. At Phoenix, we believe that we can harness the power of synthetic immunology to revolutionize the way we fight cancer.
You suddenly collapse with chest pain and are rushed into the hospital. You have a heart condition and all your medical data, including labs, scans, and medications, are technically available through the Elektronische Patientenakte. The doctor has access, but the clock is ticking. Can a doctor really find the right info in time across all the scattered files and systems? Traditional tools can't handle this complexity, and strict privacy laws like GDPR block centralized AI analysis. So how can we support doctors with real-time and personalized insight without breaking privacy laws or wasting time? At ScalaMed, we're building a privacy-preserving AI platform that brings the intelligence to the data. It analyzes medical records where they are without moving them, helping doctors act faster, stay compliant, and deliver better care when every second counts.
Sociologist Hartmut Rosa identifies a resonance problem in modern societies. Life has become increasingly complex, and individuals often retreat into their own bubbles. This disconnection has negative consequences for our democracies. When individuals feel isolated, their experience of democracy deteriorates. How are we supposed to cope with the big challenges of our times alone? How can we connect with each other despite our differences? When are we willing to act in solidarity for and with others? Imagine is a dialogue-based method designed to support meaningful interactions among its participants by applying the concept of sustainability to strengthen our social bonds. It reunites experts, politicians, and citizens and offers them time and space for fruitful dialogue and lasting engagement in various topics. Imagine is about planting visions, cultivating trust, and harvesting community.
Man, I just cannot make sense of these German documents.
Oh, you're not alone. About 75% of Germans find these documents way too complicated.
So what? I still don't understand what they want from me.
Well, that's why we're developing Klartext.
What's that?
It's an app on your phone where you scan complicated documents like these. And it turns complicated language like aufgrund des Verfahrensverwaltungsgesetzes Paragraph 3 into simple to understand bullet points like you're missing 2 documents. Please bring those to the town hall until Tuesday.
That actually seems quite useful. Would it also work for non-German speakers?
Exactly. We're planning to include translation features and make the pricing usage-based to keep it affordable.
All right. What's the name of this app again?
Simplifying documents from authorities. Klar.
Text.
Misinformation on social media can be very harmful, especially when it comes to health-related advice, for example, for life-saving vaccination efforts. The fact-checking process on many social media platforms has recently been removed or decreased. SciChecker is a game-changing AI solution, a scientist in your pocket that instantly checks social media posts against the entire body of scientific journal articles. SciChecker labels information in social media posts, for example Instagram or TikTok, in green, yellow or red, depending on how much it is confirmed or contradicted by science. In addition, SciChecker provides easy-to-understand summaries with the correct information to the users. This builds trust in platforms, empowers users with reliable information, and fosters scientific literacy for everybody. I'm Ines Peterson, vote for SciChecker, the scientist in your pocket, fighting for the truth in a world of misinformation.
Why are you searching all of those documents still by yourself? Just use our open source AI chatbot. It can help you read thousands of documents in an instant and answer all of your questions individually and precisely.
That's fancy. We have built a European open source explainable AI. And here's the kicker. It is completely free to use. Built by citizens for citizens.
We are Team Stadtlabor. And just like you, you're tired of spending hours searching for relevant information in long texts that are often difficult to understand. Information overload is everywhere, and you know it's real.
You want to know how Heidelberg plans to become the greenest city? Done.
You want to find out how the city administration can help you out in almost every life situation? Done.
Relocated to Heidelberg? Start from day dot. Done.
What if school was less about learning for exams, but more about learning to take action in real life? Today's students face a world full of complex challenges, while they sit in classrooms learning in compartments with little chance to act or engage. Our idea? A student-led real-world research project, open, hands-on, and collaborative. Students bring their own topics and turn them into research questions. They take action. With expert guidance, they explore their topic from multiple angles and do the research. They work across disciplines with scientists, NGOs, and local decision makers to master complexity and develop real solutions. And they don't stop there. They present their ideas to the community because their voices matter. This is how we turn learning into action and support a generation to become informed, engaged, and ready to shape the future.
Many struggle to find housing in Germany. Katerina from Ukraine is one of them. No connections, language issues, unfamiliar rental laws. She can't even visit Germany to view apartments. How can we help? Introducing the Frauke. Swipe to find a match. Users and landlords connect through a Tinder-style swipe. Real-time AI translate. Chat and calls break language barriers. Virtual apartment visits. Explore spaces with 3D models from your phone. The Frauke offers hope and a home overcoming obstacles for everyone. One world, your home, a place to stay, a way to belong.
In Europe, every summer a whole city's worth of people collapse from heat. On a bad day, hospitals cannot deal with the amount, preventing the treatment of other patients. Currently, forecasts of heat strokes come from general weather forecasts, making them unspecific and unquantified. Using machine learning, we will train a neural network to predict the number of heat stroke cases specifically. Our project has 3 steps. First, we will train a network to correctly predict case numbers. Second, we will analyze the data and derive previously unknown factors and predictors. Third, we will use these predictors to compute a heat stroke formula. Now doctors can better predict waves of heat stroke victims, which may save the lives of thousands of laborers and senior citizens each year.
Climate change is leading to more heavy rainfall events, heat waves, or wildfires. All of this is putting the healthcare sector under a lot of pressure. At the same time, the healthcare sector itself contributes to climate change. 6% of German greenhouse gas emissions are caused by the healthcare sector. So there is a clear need to make hospitals more climate friendly. But where to start? This is where our idea, the Klima Calculator, comes in, an online greenhouse gas emission calculator for hospitals, since what is not counted does not count, and is therefore quickly forgotten in climate protection efforts. The Klima Calculator helps hospitals all over Germany to identify emission sources, implement targeted climate protection measures, and to evaluate their impact, to create places to heal without harming the planet.
Wow. For me, it would be very difficult to decide, but luckily I don't have my mobile phone with me on stage. You don't have an excuse. You now have to hit your keys hard. You have 1 minute to vote for your 3 favorites via this QR code. These names are for your orientation. Up to you now. Time is over. The votes are now being counted, and in the meantime, I will just introduce you to the jury, because the jury, as I already mentioned, made their choice today at noon, and we will find out the results of the jury at the award ceremony later this evening. And I would thank the jury members for their efforts. These are Michael Bichikowski, the Global Vice President for Healthcare and Life Sciences of SAP. Thank you. Dr. Anna-Maria Kuric, General Manager of Nuvalore. Dr. Andrea Edel, Head of the Heidelberg Cultural Office and Coordinator of the UNESCO City of Literature, Heidelberg. Claudio Florenz, Master of Science in Molecular Biosensors of the Heidelberg University, of course, and CEO of Mimotype Technologies. Markus Lautenschläger, the General Manager at the Manfred Lautenschläger Foundation. I'm happy you're all still here. That's wonderful. Aline Moser, Advisor to the Lord Mayor of the City of Heidelberg. Okay. One person is not here. And Dr. Ann-Christine Müller, Head of the first German branch of Biolabs in Heidelberg. Thank you very much for your commitment and for your time that you took this noon. So, maybe we have winners, I'm not sure. Can someone give me a sign? Because you just voted for the 3 startups that can pitch here on stage now live. The 3 who have the chance to pitch their way into your hearts to be the winner of the hearts. I will get an envelope with the 3 winners of the hearts, and I think for me it would have been very hard to choose, because I think all the videos were excellent, all the ideas were excellent. When I think about me 2.5 years ago, I think I would have never created such wonderful videos. I think I just had a headshot of me and talked about what we are doing, and here you see art. You saw art today. And yeah, that was inspiring, and now I'm very excited to see pitching them live on stage, and it gets even more exciting the time we wait for the envelope, and here he is. Jonathan is bringing the envelope with the results to me. Vielen Dank. Okay. Too much for two hands. So, the results. The 3 startups that can pitch live today and pitch into your heart are brain cancer, Phoenix, and iClimate. So, please, Julius Kernbach from Brain Cancer, come here on stage to start your 5-minute pitch. And the 5 minutes are hard cut. So if you take longer than 5 minutes, I have to stop you. But I think you're professional, you can do this. This is for you, just check if it's working.
Test, test.
It's working. And this is the presenter for you.
Oh, that's cool, thanks. I wasn't aware we have to pitch again. So sorry. So as today, I want to start with a story. And that's the story of Ben. Ben was a young police officer from my hometown and friend. And, you know, he was wonderful. He was full of life and he was full of purpose. And he and his wife just welcomed their baby daughter into their lives. And one day he woke up with something that was just a headache. However, 5 doctor visits later, he sat there and just stared blankly while his life shattered because he heard these words. Ben, I'm truly sorry. You have brain cancer. And Ben was diagnosed with glioblastoma. Glioblastoma is the most aggressive and lethal form of brain cancer. Despite all our research, we have no cure, and 95% of all patients die within the next 5 years. Ben, he lived for another year. And in the last correspondence that we had, he was describing very cheerfully how every day he would discover new hidden talents in his young daughter. And he said something that stuck with me. He said, "Hope begins when we open our eyes to see what was hidden right in front of us." And I think Ben was onto something profound here. A couple of days later, Ben died, and glioblastoma won again. The question now, on a scientific level, is why? We now know that glioblastoma extends its reach far into a healthy brain, far beyond what's visible on a standard brain scan. Through really brilliant work here in Heidelberg and Stanford, published in Cell and Cancer and Nature, we now know that brain cancer and glioblastoma builds invisible, active cancer networks. Glioblastoma just doesn't stand there. It connects. It connects brain cells to your own brain cells. And they share communication. And this communication is driving tumor growth. The only problem is we can't see it. This right now is how we apply treatment. This is a standard brain scan. And I'm sure you all can see this white mass. That's the tumor. And that's what we excise in neurosurgery. Then we hit it with radiation, and then we apply chemotherapy, all that we have. However, that's not enough. This is just the tip of the iceberg, really. So can we change this? And this was the question that led to my research and the research of my team. And we came up with a solution. And luckily, we don't have to buy new MRI machines for millions of dollars. Now we just can use this one algorithm and this one software, which now I would show you this USB stick, which obviously I placed back at home to keep it safe. However, this is SynaptiScan. And SynaptiScan is trained on lots of data on resting state fMRI data. And it works a little bit like ChatGPT in terms of the architecture with a transformer behind it, 3D vision transformer, which is then trained on our tumor data here in Heidelberg. And it looks like this. You already know this picture, and you see the white mass, that's a tumor. And now if we run our algorithm over it, this is what comes up. And this is where we make the invisible now visible. This is a hotspot that was previously missed. And of course, how can we fight this if we can't see it? And now, or at least that's our vision, we can use surgery to cut this out. We can apply radiation to it, and we can finally also find targeted treatments against those kind of networks and hotspots that we can now identify. All right. I think I have a minute left, and this maybe for some hopeful stuff here. So this scan, just like Ben's scan, the tumor came back and the patient also died. And we ran SynaptiScan after this and came up with this little hotspot there. And this was exactly the spot where the tumor recurred. So that was great news in terms of if this stuff could work. And now we're running the proof of principle studies, which already look very good. We can now connect this to the newest epigenetic markers that we have. We can find different groups within those kind of patients. We can stratify it for survival, and hopefully soon we can also try to find out what is underneath this hotspot, do some biopsies and do some prospective studies. All right. Thank you so much.
Wow. Okay, no pressure for the next one. Thank you so much. This topic has so much impact, and I really hope that this has a future for you, a bright future. Okay, the next one here on stage is Phoenix.
Hi. Just briefly, look 2 places to your right, and then look 2 places to your left. Statistically, 1 of you 5 will develop cancer. In fact, cancer is the 2nd most common cause of death in Germany. This means it could be me, could be you, could be any one of your loved ones. So let's assume you're diagnosed with cancer. What are your current treatment options? Well, there's chemotherapy and there's radiation. Proven methods, but they're not perfect. They have severe side effects, and they often leave patients with lasting damages. So we're effectively poisoning the body to get rid of the cancer. But there are also great novel treatment options. Cell therapies, for example. Here, we harvest immune cells from the patient, re-engineer them genetically outside of the body, and then feed them back into the patient to fight the cancer. These therapies are great, but they're also limited in some aspects. So, first of all, there's a chance that the immune system overreacts, which can lead to organ failure in some patients. So, clearly, these therapies are not specific enough. Secondly, these treatments are so far only limited to blood cancers. And blood cancers only account for roughly 10% of all cancer cases overall. And last but not least, these therapies are astronomically expensive. We're talking 200,000 euros per patient and more, according to the DKFZ. And this is precisely because for each patient individually, we have to harvest and re-engineer the cells. So, what if we could design cell therapies that are highly specific, applicable to a wide range of solid tumors, and affordable to all of us? Well, we say it's possible, and we call it Phoenix. Well, obviously this is a dummy, but how do we actually plan to achieve this?
At Phoenix, we are building synthetic immune cells, cells that work like a computer, sensing, processing, and responding. And here's how. It starts with two synthetic receptors. One detects a signal found in healthy tissue, the other detects a signal that's strong in tumors. The cell now acts like a logic circuit. It compares both signals. And if the tumor signal outweighs the healthy one, the cell activates. This is exactly why our cells are currently more specific than current cell therapies. They can sense their environment, process the signals they receive, and only act when in the right place. But what do they actually do? They deliver a programmable response. This could mean releasing apoptotic agents to kill tumor cells, alerting nearby immune cells using cytokines, or even recruiting more of our synthetic cells to the site of the target, all without harming healthy tissue. And this brings us already to the biggest advantage of Phoenix. We're not using patient-specific immune cells, but mesenchymal stem cells. Cells that naturally target tumors, don't trigger immune rejection, and can be mass-produced for off-the-shelf therapies against various cancer types. So overall, our system is more precise, widely applicable, and way cheaper. Simply better than existing cell therapies. And even though the market is still in its infancy, it's already huge. We're talking about $5 billion US. But it's also the fastest growing segment within oncology, which is the biggest pharmaceutical market. Growing by 20% yearly, it's estimated to reach 33 billion within the next 5 years. Our team consists of 17 bachelor and master students in the fields of biotech, stem cell, and cancer biology, and we're currently starting the first experiments in the lab for validation. Our human practices team is shaping this project with feedback from industry mentors, doctors, and patients, and our first validation phase is already generously funded by the Hans-Andrea Messer Foundation. So, to sum it all up, for years we've tried to outgun cancer, now it's time to outsmart it. Phoenix is a step toward that future. So let's rewrite what's possible. Thank you.
Thank you very much. 2 health tech startups on the live pitches. You see, that's the best field, I think. And last but not least, one not health tech startup, but also as good as the others, iClimate, here on stage. Please come to the stage and use your 5 minutes to convince the audience.
So I didn't expect to pitch one more time, so I will speak in German. I hope this is acceptable for the audience. So, meine Damen und Herren, was haben Sie lieber? Eine Heizung, die Sie jedes Jahr Tausende Euro kostet, oder eine, die Ihnen bis zu 90% davon sparen kann und in wenigen Minuten installiert wird, ohne Platz zu benötigen? Mit herkömmlichen Modellen, sei es Heizkörper, Fußbodenheizung oder Wärmepumpe, eher nicht. Stattdessen hört man bei allen oft, die Heizung kostet zu viel, sie ist zu laut, sammelt Staub und heizt zu langsam. Und am Ende ist es in einem Bereich zu heiß und in anderem immer noch kalt. Die Architekten fragen sich zusätzlich, wie kann ich sie effizient planen und gleichzeitig alle Vorschriften einhalten? Sie sollen nicht so viel Platz verbrauchen und dabei ästhetisch gut aussehen. Die Bauherren stehen vor Zeitdruck, Personalmangel und komplizierte Installation. Für all diese Fragen haben wir die Antwort. Die neue Generation von Heizsystemen, die nicht nur effektiv und nachhaltig ist, sondern endlich auch stilvoll. Darf ich Ihnen vorstellen? Pro-X System. Das erste seiner Art. Nur 5 mm dünn und damit deutlich schmaler als Ihr Smartphone. Das Pro-X System ist ein Wandpanel bestehend aus 7 Schichten. Beginnen wir von oben. Eine wasserabweisende Schutzschicht, 3 Schichten, die das Design tragen und auf einer ökologischen Bambuskohlefaserplatte liegen. Darunter unsere Infrarottechnologie aus Nanomaterialien, Abgeschlossen von einer wärmedämmenden Schicht, die Wärmeverluste deutlich minimiert und die Energieeffizienz deutlich maximiert. Wie funktioniert das? Stecken Sie es einfach in die Steckdose. Nach nur 5 Minuten erreicht das Panel 50 Grad. Die Wärme verteilt sich gleichmäßig im Raum, ähnlich wie Sonnenstrahlen. Das Beste daran, bis zu 90% weniger Energiekosten im Vergleich zu anderen elektrischen Heizkörpern. Keine trockene Luft, kein Staub, funktioniert absolut geräuschlos und in Kombination mit Photovoltaikanlagen sogar emissionsfrei. Einfach zuschneiden und an die Wand kleben. Am Ende sieht Ihr Zuhause so aus. So. Wie schätzen wir unsere Chancen auf dem Markt? Ehrlich gesagt vielversprechend. Allein zwischen 2017 und 2023 hat sich der Absatz von Heizungen in Deutschland bereits verdoppelt. Warum? Ein neues Gebäudeenergiegesetz fordert den Umstieg auf moderne Heizsysteme und die Präferenz nach nachhaltigen und elektrischen Heizlösungen nimmt stetig zu. Zusätzlich ist jede zweite Heizung in Deutschland bereits veraltet. Genau deswegen sehen wir ein großes Potenzial, unser System erfolgreich im Markt zu etablieren. Gesundheit. So, im ersten Schritt planen wir zunächst, Modulhäuser von uns zu überzeugen. Und hier ist warum. Der europäische Marktwert für modulare Häuser erreicht in 2021 33 Milliarden US-Dollar und wächst jährlich um 7%. Der deutsche Markt befindet sich gerade noch in der Entwicklungsphase. Hier sehen wir eine Chance. Unsere Lösung bietet genau das, was Sie brauchen und wollen. Platzsparende Lösungen mit ästhetischem Design, die einfach installiert werden und wenig Energie verbrauchen. Dadurch wird die Bauzeit eines Modulhauses um 20% reduziert. Neben Modulhäusern ist es auch ideal für all diese Objekte, sei es Hotels, Restaurants oder sogar Züge und Kreuzfahrtschiffe. Das Anwendungspotenzial hat keine Grenze, genau wie unser Team hinter iClimate Technologies. Mein Name ist Timur Ismadjarov. Mit meinem Studium in Wirtschaftswissenschaften und meinen Kenntnissen in Nanotechnologien und Dekarbonisierung führe ich das Projekt zusammen mit meinem Team, Helen und Laurens. Auf unserem Weg zu Olymp werden wir von unseren Mentoren begleitet, Professor Herr Roskos und Professor Herr Michael Huth. Aktuell arbeiten wir an der Integration von smarten Thermostaten und an der Vernetzung im Smart Home. Daneben führen wir auch Pilotprojekte durch und die ersten Ergebnisse sind wirklich beeindruckend. So. Unsere Vision ist ein Herzensprojekt, in dem Ökologie, Innovation und Ästhetik Hand in Hand gehen. Mit unserem Projekt wurden wir bereits in Programmen wie Goethe-Unibator und Futury aufgenommen, sind Preisträger des Goethe-Innovationspreises und Stipendiaten von Hessen Ideen und Nordhessen. Mit iClimate Technologies, mit ProX System, setzen wir neue Maßstäbe im Bereich Klimakomfort und sogar Interiordesign. Eine Innovation für die Welt von morgen und heute. Meine Damen und Herren, iClimate Technologies.
Thank you very, very much. Wow. This decision is even tougher than the last one. I now ask you to vote again via the QR code. But this time you have only a single vote for one winner of the hearts. And the winner of the hearts will not only be awarded the title Winner of the Hearts. There is a very special prize that was printed today in a 3D printer on the area during this event. In other words, a completely individual piece of modern technology, a rocket. That's my favorite emoji because it stands for the future, and I would love to have this rocket, so be excited. But before we announce the winner of the hearts that you voted right now, we finally come to the award ceremony according to the jury results. And I will now ask the 3 favorites for each 3 categories to come on stage. And we start with the category Social Innovation. And the 3 teams I would like to see on the stage are literally science. Please come on stage. Klartext. Is Klartext here? Yeah, please come on stage. We all want to see you. And Stadtlabor. So, here you see Nadia Rosner and Eva Hassel-Carvalho from Literally Science. It's a cooperation between schools, university, and the city to foster the scientific thinking of young people by enable them to solve real problems using scientific methods. You see on stage with Klartext Johannes Butcher. An AI-supported app translates complicated letters in easy German to integrate elderly people, migrants, and the youth. And you see Stadtlabor, Christoph Blattgerste and Christoph Meyer. They made an AI-powered chatbot to make complex documents of public institutions transparent, easy understandable, and yeah, a good solution for students and administrative processes. So I will tell you who won the third prize first. The third prize goes to Klartext. Johannes Butcher, big applause to you. And now it's very exciting because I start with the first prize. And the first prize goes to Stadtlabor. Congratulations. So a very, very good second prize goes to Literally Science. You want to do a photo of you three just here on stage right now. And after this, you just stay on stage. You can sit down later. We need you on the stage. You don't have to pitch. Okay. While the photo is done, I start with the next category. The next category is sustainability and smart living. I welcome on stage heat stroke, iClimate, and Klimek. So you see Hannes Schwab, who made an AI system on the base of time data. This predicts the risk of heat strokes and delivers an interpretable model for risk estimation. And you see on stage with iClimate, Timur again. He made the ProX system that combines heater, cooler, air purification, and isolation in these cool wall panels for flexible and energy-efficient solutions for buildings. And you see, with Klimek, Claudia Quittmann. The Klimek calculator helps to record greenhouse emissions from hospitals in order to make it tangible and reduce them. So now I start with the third prize again. And this goes to heat stroke, Hannes Schwab. Now comes the first prize. Very exciting. First prize goes to iClimate. Congratulations. So the second prize is for Klimek. Big applause to Claudia. Picture. You know the game. Picture and stay here on stage. So, maybe you ask yourself why we had the first category now as the last category, because there's something very special. We start with health and future technologies, and I want to see on the stage Phoenix, Fetal Heart app, and brain cancer. Also someone who's used to the stage today. So, Phoenix, Vincent Paul, Preacher, Maximilian Wassen, Tiago de Trinidade, I think you're all here, and there's one missing. Okay, I'm sorry. You made a universal cell therapy on base of mesenchymal stem cells that shall be a cheaper, faster, and more efficient treatment against cancer. We have Fetal Heart app, Alexander Kovacevic. He made an AI-powered multi-language app which helps expectant parents to understand complex heart failures of their not-born child to relieve medical personnel. And we have brain cancer. Shall I tell again what they are doing? They have a new combination, Julius Kernbach, from AI-supported imaging and MRI that makes invisible tumors visible. So, and I start with the third prize again. The third prize goes to Fetal Heart app. Congratulations, Alexander. And now comes the very special thing, because we have two first prizes. And both of you will get 2,000 €. The ideas were so perfect, so it was not possible for the jury to decide between them, so they made the decision to take both of them for the first prize, and I'm very happy for both of them. So, and you also stay on the stage, of course, you know the game. Later there's a picture with all of you. Once again, please give a big round of applause to all the 9 jury's favorites. And maybe we will make 10 out of 9 on the stage again. But maybe the winner of the heart is on the stage already. So I'm excited. Are you too? The winner of the heart of this year's idea competition is on stage. This makes it not easier. Phoenix. And you get the 3D printed rocket. So please still stay on stage. Now is the time to thank all the helpers and organizers of the Impact Day of 2023. And there is someone who wanted to come on stage to thank them all, because who is better to thank all the people than Raoul Haschke.
So, thank you very much. So I wanted to ask all the members of the Higher Innovation to come on stage here now, please. Because also Johanna, of course. And I would like to thank all of you for making the whole day possible. I know that many of you did a lot of work, especially in the last few days. I think we were discussing yesterday at 10 and 11 about certain things. And I think you did a marvelous job. It was a great day, and I would like to point out this little bottle of champagne now to the guy who did the most work in the last few days, which is Ali. And you're basically representing now this for the whole team, but of course everybody's getting a bottle afterwards. But I didn't want it to take all the time. So thank you very much to the whole team for making the day possible. And of course, congratulations to all the winners. And now I was supposed to give something to Ira, which I don't have now. I will give it to you later, sorry. But of course I would like...
I imagine a mark, okay?
Do that, please. So, but let's go a little bit to the front. I would like to thank Ira for the great work that she did today, and that you... Thank you, Anna. And for the moderation, and we would like to see you again soon. Thank you very much for guiding us through the whole Impact Day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Raoul. I will not give this mug to my son because he's too young. And now I feel like I take the whole people here to the stage, because I ask the judges to come to the stage. And Professor Melchior and Katja Patzel-Mattern, Nils Müller and Philipp Uhl for a big picture with those winners. I wish you all a lively exchange with many other interesting people and teams. You are all invited to share with us some tasty food and refreshing drinks just in the back here, connect, exchange ideas, and grow your network in a relaxed atmosphere, combined with inspiring jazz music, right on this stage with 5 members of the ESG Big Band of Heidelberg. Have a nice Ignition night and enjoy.